When I was first diagnosed, I was in my early 20s, but I was still like independent. I was still able to drive my Toyota RAV4. And sometimes I look back like I just missed that driving to work, to different retail stores, playing my music, walking up and down the stairs. It was a lot to digest because when the doctors called that day and said, Keisha, you have muscular dystrophy, I thought she had to call the wrong patient. I don't have muscular dystrophy. I'm here walking up and down the stairs. Used to be able to play softball when I was in elementary school. So it totally took a turn. And then when I started to do physical therapy, they said, Keisha, you should start to use a cane. And I'm like, well, if I have to use a cane, it might as well be bedazzle. But of course, the insurance doesn't cover bedazzle canes. So I had to pimp it out myself. But even when I went to job interviews or going to work, as I mentioned earlier, they would be like, oh, Keisha, what's wrong? Why do you have a cane? And I would say, oh, I sprained my ankle or I was in a car accident, because saying those things just sounded better than saying I had muscular dystrophy, because it just didn't seem right at the moment. So it definitely took some time to get used to shutting down like family and friends. The only way my family and cousins knew was because, of course, my mom corresponding with her sisters, my aunties, but it wasn't something I was like so open about. So it definitely took some time to get used to. Even I remember just even going out to the nightlife, walking up and down the stairs. Although when you look at me, you couldn't see that I had muscular dystrophy, but just for me walking up and down the stairs and walking with a limp, and people thought, I was too intoxicated or I was too drunk and things like that. But I'm like, it really wasn't. I really just couldn't get up the stairs. So I always used to have to hold on to a railing or hold on to someone else. But now it's like I'm a proud disabled woman. I let everyone know I have muscular dystrophy, and now I'm a huge disability advocate. But it definitely took some time to get used to, going on social media, seeing other people like myself of color living with muscular dystrophy helped me along the way. But it was not easy, because just looking back of things I took for granted.